What's up, everybody? It's Jesse here, and I am gonna walk you through my chest workout. All right, so what we're gonna start with first is dumbbell bench press. When I'm doing these, I always make sure that I'm keeping my feet on the floor, my butt on the bench, my back pinched a little bit on the bench as well. And the reason I like doing these is I feel like you get a really good stretch right down here. So you wanna go slow, controlled, keep the core tight, and do the best you can. Try to keep your elbows at about a 45-degree angle. That'll help take a little bit of the tension off of the shoulders. So when I'm doing my chest workouts, I try to do 3 sets between 8 to 10 reps. You wanna make sure that on your last set, you're struggling to get to 8 to 10. If you're getting to 10 really easy, you gotta up the weight a little bit. Okay, so next we're gonna do incline dumbbell chest press. I like to bring the bench down just a little bit lower than a 45-degree angle. That's my preference. I feel like it works my upper chest just a little bit more as opposed to my shoulders. Similar to the flat bench, you wanna make sure that your butt's staying on the bench, your elbows are at about a 45-degree angle, and slow and controlled. Again, I try to stay within the 8 to 10 rep range if possible, and I'll always up the weight just a little bit if it feels too easy. Well, I went a little bit lighter so I could talk. So one thing that really helps me is when I'm getting the weights up, I've popped my shoulder out before doing these. So what I do is I use my knees. So I use my knees to help me put the weights up and then to bring the weights back down. All right. So next, after I catch my breath, we're gonna do some cable chest flies, high to low. For me, when I'm doing my chest workout, it's important that I'm working my upper chest, my mid, and my low. So going high to low really helps work that mid to low portion of your chest. All right, so when I'm doing these, I usually put 1 foot forward. I try to keep my chest up a little bit. You wanna make sure your arms are bent just a little. And when I come down, I straighten my arms and squeeze my chest. Gives you an awesome pump. Also, while you're doing these, something to think about is being in line with your mid to lower chest muscle as well. Not coming out too much like that or just too far down there. Kind of just keep it right in line. I like to do these slow, controlled, with a big squeeze at the bottom. I usually like to finish up the chest workout with 2 sets of push-ups, and I go to failure both times. So, stupid, but it's what we do. Now, excuse me while I cry for just a sec. When I'm doing push-ups, I like to keep my hands just a tiny bit wider than my shoulders. And then I do my best, instead of flaring out my elbows to the side, I try to make sure my elbows go back. So down here, I engage my core and try to keep my butt as flat as possible, which isn't a hard thing to do. I hope you enjoyed the workout. One thing that I like to do before I leave the gym is to make myself a protein shake. Buckfeed is my go-to, and vanilla, love it. Absolutely love it, unlike some people. Helps with recovery, strength, building muscle, so I highly recommend it. All right, let us know in the comments what you'd like to see next. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.